feet pics by Ciril. Coming at you. Previously on the Pact Boon, the gang got. Okay. After sort of interrogating the pan-fried knight to discover what this little paunchy fellow knew, Wolfgang, with his elf-ish eyes, spotted off in the distance a spy. One of Sheriff Don Talaab's Tariel. The dirty,
hobo woman,
crazy hobo elf, had been following the party. They quickly hid. They got attacked by a belly monster. And their friend, Draven, got decapitated. This is the Pact Boon, an actual play Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition podcast and show. I'm your Dungeon Master, Jake. And with me I have...
Justin Lewis.
Caden Otley.
Tanner Wayland.
Brought to you by Session Zero Studios. Sponsored by Monument Studios. Get their Fantasy Plus. Use code BETTERDM for a discount and to support the show. Also, Roll and Play Press. Get your one-shot wonders and DM toolkit today. Use code Pact Boon
10.
Pact Boon 10. Don't forget that 10, gang. Support the show.
And if you do support us, you're a 10.
So true.
Kisses from last week. Kisses this week. Okay, gang? And also Painting Phantasms. You'll be seeing his work today. You can get the Calignos bundle of all the minis that we're using, so you can play along as if you are here with us. Oh, shoot. Tell them what it is.
Got this little Elon today.
Ooh!
And I painted him, so. And
Elon Barbeau, but most importantly...
you guys can't see this yet. Well, actually, I guess I'll show it on screen right now. Got a little Ciril.
The man himself, Ciril. Yeah, that's right. You too can have Ciril at home. You too can be Elon. You too can be unpainted Jolland Gray.
Which is pretty normal, actually.
Which is just a fat guy with a shield.
Yeah.
It's almost like Santa, but not as cool.
Not as jolly,
Yeah.
if I'm being honest.
But also, for Ciril, we should totally have Painting Phantasms make a model of him where he could actually hold a drink.
That is awesome.
And then, like, scale it up, and you could be like,
You're talking like big size?
yeah.
Heads up.
Okay.
Charlie Reader, I'm going to be messaging you, my friend.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
You just got a lot more busy.
You, sir, just won some business. Gang, we're going to dive in. We pick up in Hurtenberg as Draven's body hits the floor moments after his head hits the floor.
So I yell out, just, no! And I'm like looking, like darting back and forth, looking for Talriel.
No perception check necessary. Standing in a crouched assassin's position, glistening in sweat, her greasy hair glinting in the sunlight, is Talriel. These massive daggers in her hands, covered in Draven's blood.
Talriel, why would you do that?
Well, he had skedaddle.
Okay, and I'm like feeling the anger boil up inside of me as probably that inky well is starting to like resurface. And I imagine that like some of it is coming up and it's almost like causing me to like choke as I'm like speaking to her. And just with whatever I can muster with like that ink in my mouth, I cast Hold Person, but I'm going to subtle it so that it's without verbal or somatic. Yeah.
Okay, give me a charisma saving throw with advantage.
Okay.
How far away is she, by the way?
What's the range on hold person?
60 feet.
60 feet away.
Charisma saving throw. I got a 13.
Oh,
Not good.
okay. As you were.
Okay.
Okay. Pooling in your hands, kind of coming from the beds of your fingernails, is this inky, viscous liquid that covers your hands and then disappears as you cast this charisma-based spell. What am I making? A wisdom save?
It's a... Yep, wisdom save. It's DC 15.
Oh, heavens.
You feel your heartbeat in your throat. Thump, 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 thump. And then you hear in your mind a second heartbeat. Thump, 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 thump. As both of them sync up and you feel the ability to paralyze the other heartbeat as she is rigid in front of you.
Okay, and I'm going to spit out the rest of the ink, and I'm going to start walking towards her. Just like with my hand clenched, like almost like I've crushed it.
Freaking rad, dude.
Does do we see the spit of the ink?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I guess we'll have to talk about that later.
I need help.
What did you do?
Well, we need to incapacitate her in some way. We have a certain amount of time.
1 minute.
1 minute.
Okay.
Okay.
So, DM question. Magical tinkering. I can imbue a tiny non-magical object with a magical property of my choice. 5 feet radius light, up to 6 second long recorded message. It can emit an odor. Can it emit the odor of ether?
I'm going to say no because of what I think you're trying to do. It wouldn't have... It could smell like ether, but
Yeah.
it won't have the effect.
Gotcha. Okay. Interesting.
Like,
Cool idea.
it could be
Dang it.
ammonia,
Yes.
right? I think you could do it that way.
Yeah.
But
But it wouldn't.
I think if you're trying to chloroform her,
Exactly.
you're going to need chloroform.
Gotcha.
Genius.
Dang it.
It is clever, though. I do like that
Okay.
and would love to see that in the
Guys,
future.
empty your backpacks. What do we have?
Okay, so
I have rope.
yes. Let us tie her up with this rope around.
One round.
Yes.
Oh, you're just counting it off.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I grab rope and I start tying her.
Okay. Give me a sleight of hand check. If someone's helping,
Yeah, go ahead and roll at
Wolfgang, you can do
advantage.
it with
Oh, I got a
advantage.
nat 20, 25 total.
Great. Absolutely very well tied up.
Okay. And then what are you guys doing in your round? Be quick.
I mean,
you've got to concentrate, right?
do we...
It is concentration.
Yeah, okay, so I'm just doing that then. I'm just like focusing on the
You,
heart.
you feel her heart, basically. Like, you almost feel her heart in your hands.
And I ask, so can we hurt her?
Yes.
In this state, and
Yes.
she'll stay. Okay, that's important.
So I'm going to just cast an Eldritch Blast at her, I guess, just to try and do some damage.
You may do so.
Okay.
Wait. There's nothing wrong with us.
We're going to roll initiative.
Okay, good
Alright.
idea. And do you want me to do the... Oh, nat 20. Can I...
You
So
get
it's
an
surprise
extra
round?
Action.
Okay.
Not a surprise round, but you do get an extra action on your turn.
And so, do I get to do this Eldritch Blast and then take 2 actions?
Why not?
Yeah! Yo! All right.
Do I get my Dread Ambusher 2 attacks in 1 turn?
You do?
Yes.
Okay. What did you get for initiative?
16.
What did you get?
4.
Classic. Jolly sucks so much, dude.
Dude, it's not jolly, man. I'm the dice
Justin
roller.
Lewis. I'm going on record. Justin Lewis sucks.
Does
You heard
she-
it here, folks.
Do we get advantage to hit because she's tied up?
And auto crit. She's incapacitated as a paralyzed creature.
So I don't even need to roll.
So you do need to roll because you could still miss.
Okay. I got a
But
16.
if you hit, it is an automatic critical hit.
What?
Okay, 16 for my Eldritch Blast.
Okay, in this case, do we just all just roll at the
Yes.
same time, basically, even though we're in different turns?
Chill out, gang. Okay, roll for your Eldritch Blast
16.
with advantage. Miss.
Okay. Yeah, it's probably just like a mix of concentrating and then doing this. For my bonus action, I guess I get 2 more actions.
So now it's your turn. So now you
Okay.
get 2 actions, right? So you're essentially calling to the initiative with that first Eldritch Blast. So
Sure.
now it is officially your turn. Because of the nat 20, you get 2 actions on your first turn.
Okay. First action, just another Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Another miss. Bonus action, Ciril.
So you have 2 actions.
Oh, I know. I'm just gonna do my bonus action. Just
'Kay.
I'll just do them in turn.
All right.
Sorry to do this to you, bud. But it needs to be done.
Are you gonna kill me?
No, don't. Sorry. I need you to kill her.
Because if you're shooting me, like
No,
you're shooting at her.
No. I would never hurt you.
Hey. I'm unwell. I am unhappy. But I will put this lady in the ground.
Thank you.
Whoa.
He'll take his stinger attack. I guess you can roll that. I don't know why I'm rolling for your
That
familiar.
got real. It's a call for help.
That was. Let's see. I think it's.
And you're doing an Eldritch Blast?
I'm gonna do a
He's gonna do
sting.
Oh.
attack.
That is a 12. Dang it.
With advantage?
No. Goodness, this die needs to be in trouble.
Needs
That
to
is
die.
my 4th 3.
Kill your past.
Okay, Ciril misses. Okay, so now I'm gonna do my Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
There we go. 25 to hit.
Yeah, that'll for sure hit. Go
Okay.
ahead and roll 2d10.
Oh wait, that's 7.
Oh my gosh.
Yep, it is just brutal right now.
Okay.
I mean, it kind of makes sense because I'm like hurt. So
you're super hurt, and she is like so much of your focus is on keeping her down.
So second bonus action, I'm just gonna try again with
So
Ciril.
just 2 actions, not a full 2 turns. on a nat
Oh,
20.
okay.
Yeah.
Understood.
So you can do that next turn.
Okay.
Okay, Wolfgang. 2
Okay.
attacks.
Yeah, I'm going to do 2 attacks.
Are you
And
using your pistol or your?
I was going to bring this up. So I see her right there, and I pull out the pistol from Silent Sylvester, and I just put it against her head. I'm like,
Execution.
So here's the thing. Okay.
Not-
Ranged weapons in melee have disadvantage.
right, never mind.
I don't think firearms should. I think firearms and even crossbows, when you're doing execution style, you're getting advantage in my book.
Sure. Like unless it's like you're actively fighting somebody.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in this case, I'm not going to impose disadvantage. And in most cases with firearms, if you're up close and personal, I'm not going to necessarily impose disadvantage on them.
Okay,
Cool.
perfect.
So long as I get to do the same.
It's fair.
Okay, and
Flashback to
advantage,
how Kelly
right?
dies.
Yes.
Okay, so 22 to hit with the first
For
one.
sure.
And as this is happening, I pull out the gun. I'm like, "How dare you, after crying over your own friend, kill us?" And I shoot once, hit, and then I'm gonna try shooting again. Nat 20 on that one.
It's already an auto crit, so
Okay,
a little bit of a waste,
so let's
but for sure hits.
So an auto crit.
Quadruple damage.
So that's just like, since I crit on both, I just rolled double damage for both. Yeah.
Yep. So you're rolling 4d10 plus 6.
Okay, so that is for the first one. I only got 14 total.
Okay.
And then for the second one, okay, the second one's 20.
34 damage.
And then plus 6.
No, that included that.
Oh, it did. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dang it.
Hefty. Okay. 2 shots in the fantasy world in the head that don't kill her. Absolutely.
Makes sense to me.
Should
Makes
have
sense to
brained her. As she just snarls and she grows feral.
So she's not held anymore?
She is still technically held. And for her turn, she can do nothing but make a wisdom saving throw at the end. And stays paralyzed.
Yes.
Jolly.
All right.
I think Elon's eyes are probably filling up with like ink or something.
Sure.
You know, it's like
almost
starting-
like from the reverse, where your pupil is starting to
Just
dilate
dilating.
and spread over your retina.
Okay. Do I see something within, I don't know, like 60 feet of myself that is like 1 to 5 pounds?
Sure, there's lots of debris.
Okay, cool.
There's Ciril.
Is there something? Is there something of Draven's that is like kind of hefty that could be launched?
He has a pistol.
Cool. I will cast catapult at the lady Tariel with the pistol. No, I won't do the pistol. I'll just do a rock because I don't want to break the pistol.
Okay.
She needs to do a dex saving throw.
Automatically fails.
Oh, look at that. That's 68. So
6d8.
6d8.
No, he said 68. That counts.
Can I borrow you guys'
course.
d8s?
Yeah, sure.
Just so that way I don't have to roll it 6 times. Because I'm bad at math. Oh, thanks.
I got a whole bunch.
Yeah, that is the right one.
4,
There you go.
5, 6. Oh, the bloody dice.
Let the bloody dice be the highest.
Nope, opposite. All right, so 8, 16, 22, 27.
27.
Wait, 1, 2, 3. I didn't even roll mine. Where's mine? 1, 2. No, I did. Yeah, okay, 27.
We got a silly Billy here. This rock, you hear 4, maybe 5 ribs snap audibly as it collides with the side of her chest. She's tied up, right? So like she's already just like battered, beaten, and just she's now bloodied.
Now?
Okay.
Go
I'm going to. Oh, I want to do something else, but I can't. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast again.
Okay. She has like bubbles of blood like pooling in her mouth as she's just like
Okay, this one's a 23 to hit.
hits. 2d10.
10. 10, 20.
What, buddy?
So this time I like.
Do you add anything?
No, that's it.
Okay.
Just 20.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Fully black eyes.
Yeah.
Maybe leaking.
Yeah, absolutely. Like black tears start pooling at the corners of your eyes, as from the other hand, like pouring out of your nail beds is this inky ball of eldritch energy that launches from your hands and collides with her sternum. Again, just caving in the chest.
Okay, and this is probably when I'm gonna tell Ciril.
Hit her. It would be my pleasure.
Oh, I'm rolling for you again.
Oh,
Well,
sorry.
I hit. So.
Okay, do it. Go for it.
What is it again? Stinger plus.
So that was plus
Freaking
5.
crazy.
It's 1d4 plus 3. And then it's a Constitution saving throw for the poison.
That is a nat 20 on her con save.
Okay.
Does she take half?
Yeah,
And then 3d8?
3d6.
Okay. Good. Freaking crazy.
Busted.
Ciril takes out another one.
Like Sylvester of old.
What?
Ciril appears at her face, digging his hands into the sides of her temples, and jams his fist into her eye socket, other fist into the other one, and Stinger under her chin. as like the blood is pooling in her mouth, it fills with this venom, and it becomes a lot more runny, like watered down blood, and she starts bleeding out of her eyes and from her ears, and he lets go and goes invisible.
I'm going to immediately search her corpse, and then I'm going to light it on fire with a torch after I'm done.
Wait, is she dead?
She's dead.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
After dealing 130 points of damage across 2 rounds of combat, gang.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad when they can't do anything about it.
Yeah,
I
And everything's
know.
a crit.
Yeah, the crits like that.
that's true.
That helped.
The incapacitated status sucks.
Jeez.
Okay. All right. Wow.
Don't get on my bad side.
So she drops to the ground right next to Draven's body. What would you guys like to do?
Well, she's still tied up, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just search her while she's tied up, and then like I said, like I really just want to like light her on fire and walk
Wait,
away.
but that's my rope.
I'll give
No,
you mine.
that's my rope.
Oh, well, it's our rope. We don't want to get rid of
I'll
that.
give you mine.
Okay, you spot she has one dagger. It appears to be magical in nature. And then she has boots that appear to be magical in nature.
Okay, so I'll strip both of those. I'm gonna hand Jolly or whoever's rope that was. I have an extra rope from Sylvester's pack that I'm gonna hand to Wolfgang. And then I'm gonna pull out a torch and a tinderbox and like.
Can I check Draven's body first?
Yes. Investigation check.
And just so this is clear, I'm lighting her on fire not because I care about the lethargy. It's because I just want it like no remnants.
22.
Yeah. Go ahead, please.
So he has scale mail, which is less than what you have.
Okay. Does anyone else want that?
It probably would hinder me.
Should we
more.
put that on Brooks?
I have
who's been
leather-
here this whole time.
And Brooks has been here the whole time.
Yes,
Wheeling his little cart.
Brooks, here's some armor for you. Could we give the armor to Ciril?
You could armor. It would need to be fashioned. But you could try to armor up Ciril and also Brooks.
Cool.
Cool.
I like that.
But you spot his cutlass.
His flaming cutlass.
Perhaps.
Yeah. So while we're doing all this, I'd like to be like, I think I like the idea of burning her to the ground so there's nothing left. But on top of that, maybe we just throw her and the bag of equipment into that inn and then just burn it all. Leaves behind the bad memories.
I like that idea.
Before we do that, I would maybe like a chance to tinker with this tower and see what we might be able to do with it.
Okay, it's your purview, so go ahead.
So, I would like to see if I could take the generator, pop it on the flamethrower, and turn it into sort of like a lightning thrower.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm gonna burn the bodies just because I don't want them to come back. Also,
Okay. You could put him in a different house and
Sure.
like, burn
like
that
it's like
house to the
some,
ground.
they're somewhere else. Yeah.
You talked about burning the goblin as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you could do
Grab
that
those
too.
two.
Right.
Just throw
So
them
that's
all
what
in.
that's what we're doing while Jolly's
Yeah.
like.
Do you burn Draven?
Yeah,
Um,
I guess so.
Put him in a funeral pyre. Wait.
Yes.
Yeah, it'll
we
be like a
remember-
separate one. Yeah.
Can I roll a religion check maybe to see what his religion
It was
cared about? 'Cause-
it was the god of the sea and fire.
It was Melonia that attacked them.
So, like, can I see, like, how would they prefer to be?
Sure, yeah. Give me a religion check.
17?
Yeah, I mean, historically, it was kind of like that Viking. You'd put him on a boat and set fire to it with a flaming arrow, right? Real cool.
We go to the fountain, just like
Yeah. So, like, could I take a look at Draven's belongings and his body and stuff, since I know a little bit more about, his hemocraft?
Interesting.
Also, if you want his cutlass or whatever, you can have it. Okay.
We'll see.
Yes, you spot an amulet.
Okay. I grab it. Does it have one of his kids?
Inside it is a picture of a lovely family. They're in suits. It's Draven. His wife is in a nice, beautiful gown. He's got 3 kids with their hair perfectly made. He's got 2 boys and a little girl with pigtails. And he looks dashing.
I'm sure he does.
Does he look like he was a pirate back then?
No. He's in a military suit.
It's a military suit. Oof. So Wolfgang looks at it and he's like, you did not deserve this. And he actually pockets it. He holds on to it.
Give me a history check or investigation check.
Okay. Investigation. 7.
Okay. You know you've seen the outside of this amulet before, but you can't quite place where.
So, like, as in the actual, like, there's like an emblem or something on
The face
it.
of this amulet is like a tear, like a blood drop with like a gold star behind it. This amulet, like the blood, it looks like a ruby or some kind of red precious gem,
Yeah.
but it's small. And then there's a gold star behind this red blood drop.
Okay. So, as soon as I see that, and I'm like, and I kind of like, are one of you near me?
Yeah, I
I'm
imagine
with
you're
you.
all pretty
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like,
right there.
I like the idea of a pyre, but I would not. I want to do something special. It feels like, and I show the amulet. I'm like, I don't know where, but I've seen this amulet style. But at the very least, he had a family, and I don't know if they're still out there. But they would want to know that we've treated him with respect.
Okay. I'm okay with whatever you want to do.
Okay. And so we've piled the rest of the bodies and people in the inn to burn it down. I would actually like to like kind of walk up the wall, but like bring him up there and like just place him on the roof. You know, just with the sun on his face, fold his arms across his chest.
Do you place his head?
I was gonna say, so he has a detached head.
Oh gosh, his head's off.
Yeah.
Oh, freaking.
I might just wrap him up.
You know what? Let's say we wrap him up and then I take him up
He's
there.
holding his head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a football.
Like a headless horseman.
Yeah.
And so we'll put him up there.
It's less majestic than you described it, but it is.
Yes.
The
Yes.
intent
We'll
is
tell
there.
them that he was very well respected.
Yes.
I put him up there. He starts rolling off the roof. Just kidding.
As you set fire to the house and the sun starts to go down behind the mountains that make this basin, you offer some respects to Draven and spit on the burning graves of the others.
Before we do that, and while we were searching his body, did we find a card?
Gone. You do find no. You do find a card. Blank.
What do you think? Should we keep it?
I might as well.
Yeah.
Who keeps it?
Why don't you?
Yeah, you keep
Jolly?
it.
Okay.
It matches your card.
What do you mean?
It becomes the same card that you have.
Oh,
Oh.
so like it's tied to.
So I just have
impress.
2. Can I give the card to Brooks? See what happens?
Goes blank.
Just a paw print.
Hey, Jolly,
Blue paw print.
will you also take these? And I hand him the boots and the dagger, and see what they are.
Yes.
You could absolutely, like, as you're preparing, like, while
Yeah.
these guys prepare the pyre and everything like that, do some, like, ritual. You casted Identify.
Basically on repeat.
Yep.
Yeah, for like the cutlass and
One
stuff.
is a Dagger of Warning.
Dagger of Warning.
Okay.
Requires attunement.
Can you look that up?
Yeah.
The boots are the boots of elven kind.
Nice.
And Raven's cutlass that I did not expect you guys to come into contact with. Nope.
No?
It's rad as freak.
Oh, like it has stats.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
It's a crystal scimitar.
I wish I was a little bit more like Drizzt, but whatever. Also, the
It's-
unmarked potion.
Ah,
Fashioned from a crystal dragon.
What?
What?
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but that's
Dope.
calling my name.
pretty sick. Maybe not yet, Alon. Might need to sleep on it.
That's true.
The potion is a berserker's potion.
Ooh.
It gives you the benefits of going into a rage for 1 minute.
Huh.
The downside is if you go around without dealing or sustaining damage, you undertake the stunned condition.
Dang.
Wow, the weapon of warning is cool. So basically, it wakes you up if you or your companions are sleeping when combat begins, or
You get advantage on initiative.
Wait, that's what he had. The weapon he had.
No, that's
this
what she had.
This,
Oh, that's what she had.
this seems like
Yeah.
something you'd want, don't you think?
I feel like that would.
Well, you
well,
have
I
your
don't.
Dread Ambusher,
I don't really
right?
sleep.
But no, it gives you advantage on
Initiative
rolls.
and,
Yeah.
and it'll warn us
Yes,
if
I love
combat
that.
begins.
I love that.
You don't need to use it, but you should attune to it.
Yeah, I'll keep it.
Okay,
I'll
you take that.
have it on my belt. A little. I had daggers. Why not just use that?
Oh, and this makes you stealthy. Who needs that?
I mean, I'm fairly stealthy. Like,
do.
how does it make you stealthy?
Advantage on stealth.
Ooh, I like that.
And your steps make no sound.
You do
So-
for sure.
I mean,
Mr.
you've
Heavy
got
Armor.
big old armor.
I have disadvantage on stealth, so
So you get
So that would
regular.
just be
it
regular.
would be regular.
You could either buff further
Someone
Yeah.
who's good at
stealthy
it,
guy,
or make him
not.
less terrible at it.
It's whatever you guys want.
Well, we don't have to make a choice right now. And it doesn't require attunement.
Well,
that is
no.
awesome. That's freaking
rad.
sweet. And then the cutlass. Go back to the cutlass.
Crystal scimitar.
Okay.
3 charges, you can deal an extra 1d8 of radiant damage.
So who actually like slices and dices in this party? Anyone?
I have no training with a blade.
Yes, and I just shoot.
Well, let's go to bed.
Okay.
I'm tired.
So who's gonna put these in their inventory? Should I do it?
So I can get the weapon of warning.
Yeah.
And for now, I mean, I guess I could take the boots of elven kind.
Yeah.
Sure.
If either of you want it ever, please do.
Well, I mean, if we're going into like a stealthy situation, we could just be like, Jolly, put these on. You know.
Yes.
Or have Wolfgang do the vice versa and just say, go ahead.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
And swap. That's
Never be
weird.
seen.
Because they don't require attunement, absolutely crazy.
Yeah. Also,
And as you get better as an artificer, you can copy them.
that's so cool. Also, he can walk on walls, so like he could stealth on the ceiling, like freaking Splinter
wow.
Cell.
Yeah.
That
It's
is pretty
crazy,
sweet.
dude.
That's pretty sick.
Dampier freaking Dread Ambusher. Gnarly.
I'll take the crystal blade.
Yeah.
I'll take.
It definitely seems to match your aesthetic.
It is a blue crystal.
What do you think, bud?
It's a cool sword.
Yeah.
You ever think that you're made for more?
I definitely do think I'm made for more than what we're doing right now.
Do we hear this, by the way? Okay.
It's all telepathic.
Oh, this is in our head.
Yeah. I feel that.
Is that what's putting you in a funk right now?
Nah, man, that was crazy how I killed that lady.
I know. Is that like making you depressed?
Honestly, that's what keeps me going.
Oh, okay. So what's got you down?
Not killing.
Oh, okay. That I did not expect that.
Yeah. I ended up in hell, bud.
And you need to kill now.
I don't know if it's a need, but like, I don't hate it.
I like killing.
Oh boy, here I go again.
I don't know what to say about that, but I guess I can put you to use if you want.
Sleep good, okay, Elon?
Oh, okay.
Jolly's definitely gonna have nightmares of like Ciril popping up, squeezing out his eye or whatever, still being alive, all that jazz. Great.
You burn the home of some family who lost their lives in this explosion.
For sure.
It's a roaring flame. The wood is old and dry, and it takes the flame very easily. It burns up the bodies of the goblin, the pan-fried knight, and Talriel,
And bones.
and a lot of bones left over. You see that the bones are all different sizes. They appear to be different racial bones, right? And you gather that this community was a pretty well-made mixing pot of people. And Draven's body sits on top, consumed by the flames, facing the setting sun, looking out in the direction of his homeland. As the house burns and collapses onto itself, and the smoke, ascends over the mountains, the sun sets low. You're welcome to sleep. Would be encouraged at this point. Wherever you would like, you could find a place. Yeah.
The tower, could I make some sort of check to see what I could do with it maybe?
Yeah. So this is going to let's make up some rules for this, okay? We'll do an initial investigation check to discern the difficulty. Anything over a 15 on your investigation check will be an accurate assessment. Anything under 15, under 10, it's going to get less and less accurate as to how much work is going to go into this.
Gotcha.
And then you'll be making checks for its assembly or creation.
So, first one's a 10.
Including your modifier?
That is including my modifier.
Ladies and gentlemen, Justin Lewis sucks.
Get rid of that dice.
Dude, it's
Is that the one I gave you?
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
me. It's just me.
Sorry about it.
Hey, don't say that. Don't believe that.
I knew what I was doing.
All right. Well,
Oof.
no, it's just me.
Cool.
Oh well, that one's a good one.
Nat 20.
I'll save that one.
Well, aren't you rolling a few?
Well,
Well, this is just to discern it first.
yeah, that was
Oh.
a 10.
So you're going to want to save those rolls, bro.
Okay.
You're not able to assess essentially like its construction and how it is made. So the first couple checks are going to be like, can I even assemble this? So
Okay.
if you would like, go ahead and make. Are you wanting to start with the structure of it, the analysis of it, or the generator part?
So his first thought is generator plus that thing. Maybe I could launch it out. So probably start with the generator. But eventually I might want to look at everything else and see, could I turn this into some sort of communication device between us?
Interesting.
Could I simply just turn this into a better vehicle for Brooks? So that
Okay.
way he can actually be with us and not just like put him in the corner while we do all this stuff in Hertenberg, which,
Sure.
yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. I'm going to make up a check. We'll call it an imagination check
I love it.
to see how well you can formulate the creation of something. So this will be basically an investigation check, but it's an imagination check.
I love it. So you'd see Jolly with like all those numbers like behind his
Yeah,
head, like
exactly.
you know.
Sherlock Holmes.
Exactly. Ah, that's a 21.
Tunes.
Oh, sorry.
21. Yeah, you can see it coming together. You can see how it combines or could combine with a device that is a propulsion device.
Gotcha.
That also triggers something else in your mind. Could the flamethrower be part of your armor?
Also, I think we should probably retcon Like, I was thinking about this a little bit. Way back when Jolly first got the armor, that first night, he probably would have, like, gone through the entire garbage of the town and just pulled, like, cogs and stuff. So it's
Sure.
it's very mechanical.
Yeah, I dig
just,
that.
Just for flavoring.
Yeah.
Cool. So, yeah, he would definitely like to incorporate the flamethrower into his armor. Either to possibly, like, empower his attacks already, so like putting a rocket booster on his elbow and like you
Yeah,
know
I love that.
or just keeping it as a flamethrower, just seeing how could it be done.
Additionally, we're going to give it a creative insight to you now discover, because of that roll, how to adjust your armor, where you can now do the infiltrator's armor.
So I can switch back and forth. Oh, that's freaking sweet. Oh, that's awesome. Cool.
So essentially what happens is you figure out, and honestly, I'm going to say no tinker check necessary.
Yeah.
Like, you can incorporate this generator either into the front or the back of your armor, and on a short rest, adjust it to where it adapts from the defender armor to the infiltrator armor.
That's
Which is
awesome.
much leaner. It is its advantage on stealth checks.
Yeah.
And has a long range capability.
Nice.
That is awesome.
So
So
now Go. Sorry, go ahead.
so the generator has been incorporated into the armor. Mm-hmm. And it like
So Iron Man type
Yeah,
transformation.
it-
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's like Iron Man meets Fallout power armor
Yeah.
meets the bat suit from Batman versus
freaking
Superman,
sweet.
where like you can kind of switch between the two,
Mm-hmm.
and they're built differently, but you have different capabilities. And as you get more powerful, you know that like you're seeing the lines
Yeah.
connect between like what I can do with this armor.
That's
That
awesome.
is super cool. I love it.
And guess what? The armor's basically free because we're not paying back our debt.
Hey, yes, you are. Debt
What?
collectors are coming. Speaking of,
Sheriff Don.
Ding dong.
no, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
Ding dong.
Man.
are you kidding me?
No. Okay, y'all, I assume go to sleep.
I mean, I don't like where we are. I don't know about you guys. This city's infested with the lethargy. I'd rather sleep outside the city walls.
Well, I was thinking that maybe sleeping inside the walls will help us understand something. Maybe if something happens at night, we need to be here to find out.
That's fair.
Especially because we can't stay here long.
I know that Ciril said that when he was flying over certain quarters of Hurtenberg, there was like areas that weren't as affected. And so maybe we just go into one of those quadrants.
Yes, I think the residential area seemed pretty
So it happened
good.
in the northeast,
Yeah.
where the epicenter was. There was a tavern there, like a bar, and from there it exploded. And it's like the safest, like least destroyed area is going to be the southwest corner.
I vote
where
we head there.
You found like
Yes.
the bakery, and there's some other houses and stuff there.
Cool.
Nice,
That
perfect.
works
Yeah,
for me.
let's go to the bakery and rest, and then tomorrow we find out what happened, and then book it.
Okay. As you sleep, what do you do?
Me? I would like to. So we get to the bakery, I'm assuming, right? And then while the other two are trying to hold up, I'm like, okay, sleep well. I'll go on the roof, keep an eye out, and that's what I do. I go on the roof and kind of like think through the day, see the like the smoke going up from the inn where we set the fire to the bodies. Think about Draven, and also just maybe think a little bit about what the Pan Fried Knight was saying about my family and stuff, and
Okay.
just while keeping an eye out.
As you are thinking of home, you're back home.
Yeah.
And when you think, oh, I'm home, where are you?
Honestly, probably like the stables of the castle, and specifically, I'm with the horses, just kind of brushing them down, getting them ready. The courtyard's quiet in the Azrael kind of manner, and it's probably either earlier in the morning or later in the evening, and that's kind of just like the time when most of the other people in the manor would be, at dinner or at breakfast, and I was typically not included, so that was my quiet place.
Okay, I love it. You recall a memory as you're brushing the fur of this horse. You just completed. You passed the trials by the skin of your teeth.
Yeah.
And you're at home. It should be a big deal. It was for your brothers, or your half brothers.
Yeah.
It's a big deal for anyone to have passed the trials, and yet you don't feel great about it.
Yeah, because essentially I joined the team, joined the squad, passed it, and in his mind he's just, he expected more.
And as you're brushing the fur of this white and black speckled horse, you see a black flash in the stables. It's one of the Onyxara foxes. Black with some red spots on them. And it has some pups in one of the stables.
Okay, I go up to it, or rather I approach, I'm like, and the horse kind of like skitters, like, and I kind of like approach, I'm like, oh, look at you little, are these your little ones? And like, yeah.
Give me an animal handling check with advantage.
Okay. Uh, 19.
You see the mom is incredibly comfortable with you around.
In fact, and I can use this because in my flashback, I still have spells that I can use today. I'd like to actually do speak with animals.
Okay.
And I kind of like, she seems very comfortable, and I kind of come up, let her sniff my hand, like from my hand before turning it over and like giving her a little scratch. And with my other hand, like doing the semantic components for that. But yeah, so what happens is I start speaking, and the fox can understand me now. I'm like, I am so happy that you found lodging in our stable, but I worry that you would not be safe.
You don't hear any words, but you feel it question if you are safe here.
Oh, that's so kind of you to wonder. It's, if I could have died here, it would have happened long ago. Or rather, I'm not worried right now. So don't worry about me. You have little ones to care for. No worries.
Your memory fades away as you take the rest of your watch. Jolly, you sleep pretty well. You had a pretty harrowing experience with the pan-fried knight, but the ingenuity that struck you helps you feel at home knowing that there's progress being made. And you sleep well. Elon, do you trance or do you sleep?
So, I mean, racially I'm supposed to trance, but I like the mechanic of sleeping better, so.
Great.
Yeah.
You're asleep. And you feel that you are... You ever seen Tokyo Ghoul?
No.
It's water everywhere you can see. Very still, peaceful. Salt water. You get the smell. It smells like home on the atoll. And there is in front of you this black, inky orb that looks like it's about to teeter.
I guess I'd move forward and like try and correct it.
Give me a dex save.
Okay. 10.
You tip it the other way, and the ink pours out.
It's like I actually kind of. Okay.
The water around you begins to blacken as the ink spreads, and it crawls up your leg. And further, it's now up to your hips. The water is at your ankle, but the ink is starting to consume you.
Okay. I'm probably like confused by it and maybe like trying to brush it off, but at the same time, I've become more accustomed to this inkiness. I don't know, maybe I'm trying to grab some of the water and like rinse it off.
It doesn't wash off.
Yeah. Is it like, so it's continuing to crawl up my body?
Yep.
I would probably just let it consume me.
Okay. You wake up after a couple of hours. Lighter. You feel that part of yourself is in the fathomless. And another part of you meets the day. Gang, we wake up. The sun is peeking around. You can have your long rest now. Elon, you feel lighter, faster, slightly more aggressive. The sun is up and it is a hot day. The sun is not fully up. It is just rising and you can feel that it is going to be a very hot day. Waiting for you in Crestor is Sheriff Don Talaab. Give me an insight check. Anybody who would like to.
Got a 4.
I got a 17.
21.
Wolfgang. Part of you picks up on the military strategy that recon goes first. Recon is the eyes, the ears. And the biggest thing that they can do is not necessarily see everything, but report everything they see. The behavior that you saw from Talriel felt like that recon.
Okay, so he, like, as they're waking up, he's sitting there and he's like been thinking through this throughout the night, like his past experience. But then he starts thinking about that and he's like, he will not be far behind to collect his debt. And he realized, and Wolfgang realizes that we're just, every second that we're in the town is a second that that Sheriff Don could be much closer. So he's just angsty to find out what's happening, like we were initially, contracted by Calamenti, right? And then get out.
What would you guys like to do? Give me we'll call it an end of night, end of watch, as people are waking up and like getting ready for the day. Perception check, Wolfgang.
Okay, perception check. Boom. 18.
You spot on the outskirts of Hurtenberg, along one of the ridges on the eastern side, a couple of figures.
Back the way we came? Mm-hmm. Oh, that sucks. Okay. So, yeah, as soon as that happens, can I discern anything about them? Are they just so far that
it's pretty far? You basically just see them silhouetted by the rising sun.
Okay. And so I swing down from the roof you know, like, well, walk down because I'm not going to take falling damage. Who am I?
Some sort of schmuck.
Think I'm an idiot over here? And then I walk down and I kind of like shake them both awake if they're not already. And like Jolly, Elon, the other figures, I saw them on the horizon. We have minutes.
Okay, I bolt up and instinctively I grab on to the cutlass.
It's gone.
Is it? Mm-hmm. So I reach for it. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Whoops.
Wait, the cutlass is gone?
Cutlass is gone.
Fancy schmancy cutlass?
Straight up gone.
Screw that.
Like searching under my pillow or something, or like under my bedroll.
And I didn't see anything throughout the night? No one entered?
No one entered.
Okay. Well, so at this point, I'm like, what happened to the cutlass?
Can I roll an insight check?
Go ahead.
Okay. I have no idea.
Okay. Well, anyway, let's forget about the stupid cutlass. There are people coming to the town, and we are here still, and we haven't found out anything about the lethargy or anything else.
I think it has something to do with food.
You know what? I can't actually disagree with you at this point. Something feels wrong about that, but I kind of agree.
Well, I mean, the flour, right? Didn't we do something with the flour?
Yeah, like the flour was curdled almost. Yeah.
And then also he was eating all those beans.
I mean, but his cast iron pan had issues. Anyway, so it seems like there's an issue and we need to go to the epicenter.
Okay.
But how do we do that if...
There's a couple of options, okay? You can stay. You know that there's people up above. You're not sure if they saw you or if they're making their way here or just coincidental. You can investigate more. Or you can skedaddle, right? You can head south toward where you know civilization is. You know that there are cities south of Crestor.
Yeah.
That you could try and just subvert Crestor and head toward actual cities. One of them being Thunderhold. You know that there are arcane colleges there that have created some of this technology that
Tracks us.
Sheriff Dawn is trying to instill here. So you know that there's cities down there. You also know that there's ocean above. So you could go through the mountains and try and get the heck out of Dodge.
I'll probably call Ciril, just try, hey, can you go check out these people and tell me what you see?
You don't hear anything, baby.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Hey guys, Cyril's
Hand
gone.
feels heavy.
Cyril's gone too. Okay, my
In your hand is the cutlass.
just like materializes.
Whoa!
I found the cutlass.
That was not there like 2 seconds ago.
So
We can think about it later. We got to get out of here.
Yes, we have to.
We have a long list on that later.
So I will be asking about that later. But for now, trust me, it's not normal. But okay, guys, I think if we leave the town, I want to go. So I'm saying we investigate, go to the epicenter, see if we can find anything. And then book it around the outside of town. Try and, I don't know, avoid these strangers. Because it could be Sheriff Don. And he's a bad guy. He's going to crush us.
Okay, I'm following your lead.
Okay, let's run. And we run to the, did you say northeast?
Northeast corner.
Northeast corner, where the epicenter was.
Okay. You see in the epicenter that the sand and dirt has really been ground down. More than when you were there before, where it is like descended into the ground a little bit more. Almost like a pit, but not quite deep enough for that.
Remind me, what are we looking for?
Just what did Calamenti say? Is that we must find out what is happening here because of the lethargy.
Yeah, so I
Can
guess
I
it's
find
just...
like a big pole or something?
Oh.
Investigation check. How close to this epicenter are you getting? Because last time you got really close, you started getting headaches.
8.
You don't find anything.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, like, as we start approaching the center this time, is it the same deal?
Are you like going toward the center?
I assume
Yes.
so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need strength saving throws from all three of you.
Yeah.
Great.
I would like to try and go as far as I can.
4.
That's a 4 for me too.
Ooh, that's a 20.
All right.
Not nap,
Wolfgang,
but-
you do not get sucked toward the center,
Oh, so going to the center's bad.
but Alon and Jolly do. Alon and Jolly are sucked toward the base of this pit. Wolfgang, spry enough, perhaps because of the dagger that he attuned to, as he senses danger and an ambush by ambush drakes.
No way.
Ambush drakes, get out of town.
These drakes have scales made of sand and rock, perfectly blending in with the dirt and sand that is this dry portion of Tirash. Bursting through as they suck down into this pit. You both are under the slowed condition.
How are we getting sucked in? Is it like, I mean, am I keeping my footing, or have I like fallen and I'm rolling?
You are falling into this pit, as before the pit was maybe 3 feet deep. Upon this breath weapon of an inhale, the pit drops another 5 feet. So it is an 8-foot deep hole, and emerging from the bottom of this hole is 2 mouths of these drakes that are sucking inward. And while you are in this cone, you have the slowed condition.
So they're at the bottom of the hole, essentially.
Yes, indeed. All right, I need everybody to roll initiative.
Yos.
Nice.
And I get advantage because of Dagger of Warning, am I right? Well, good. It increased by 1 point, 15.
Nice. Okay. So, Alon, Jolly, your armor class is down 2. Your dexterity saving throws down 2. You cannot use reactions. On your turn, you can either use an action or a bonus action, not both. And 25 to 20.
22.
Oh, wow, buddy.
I know.
20 to 15.
15.
19.
Ooh.
You guy is
I
Are you
know.
using your defender or ambusher?
Oh yeah, you mean
Or
infiltrator?
infiltrator.
I switched to infiltrator in the night,
Nice.
so it looks a lot more sleek and
Yes.
kind of Fire Nation-y.
Yeah. Oh. I
Yeah,
like
so
that.
like the
Like,
points.
you're not 20% body fat anymore. You're like 15.
No, it's still there. It's
Yeah,
just like
no,
tightened.
it's slick
Yes,
until the belly.
it's just a bunch of chip clips on the back of his body, like Homer Simpson
pulling it tight.
yeah, he just looks amazing.
Oh my gosh. hilarious.
Okay. Love that. Okay, Alon, first to act.
Okay. Aiming towards the drakes. I am going to. What am I going to do? Sorry, I wasn't prepared for a 22. I'm going to look at the drake nearest me, and I'm going to cast Hexblade's Curse.
Very nice.
And then I'm going to. I mean, how far away am I from this thing?
So that is your bonus action.
Oh, that's true. That is my action then.
You effectively use your will to expend an intent, right?
Yeah.
What is your intent?
I guess my intent is to engage this drake and just give it everything I have.
Love it.
Can I move away from it as well, just as far as I can? in the meantime?
Yeah, you can use your movement. It will be an athletics check to try and climb out of this pit.
Okay. That's a 16.
16. That does meet the DC.
Okay.
You make yourself out of the pit and are no longer under the slowed condition.
Oh, and how far away am I from the Drake now?
You'd need to be at least 15 feet away.
Okay. Right there-ish.
Yep.
Cool.
Very well.
Yep, that's the end of my turn.
Okay, Jolly.
Sweet. So Jolly will try and just move out of the pit first. Is that just movement, or is that his...
It is just movement.
Actually, no, he's not going to do that. He's going to cast on himself Jump, which triples his jump distance until the spell ends, so a minute.
I like that.
How does Jump work?
So you can jump your strength modifier for like a standing jump.
Is that feet?
So 12 feet is what you could jump. So you can now jump 36
Kill.
feet right now.
Boing. So Jolly can jump 12 feet.
Wow.
That is
broad jump. For
Okay.
vertical, I think it's half your strength score.
Okay.
It makes
So,
a lot more sense.
yeah.
I was like,
Yeah, I was gonna be
what?
like,
Yeah.
my goodness.
Get him in the NBA.
So it would be
Let me-
36.
jump.
Yeah. So if it works,
It is 3 plus your strength modifier for high jump. So only 4 feet.
okay.
That also makes a lot more sense.
Yes.
So I was like, a 6 foot vertical, bro? That's
Dude,
crazy.
that's nuts. So Jolly can jump 4 feet normally, times 3, which is 12. Does that
Easily clear.
clear the pit? So
Yep.
he's out of the pit. And does that use movement?
I would call that with jump speed 10 feet of movement.
Okay, so then he still has 25 feet of movement. Can't do... Doesn't have any bonus actions, I don't think. Yeah.
Wait, so is he not slowed anymore because he jumped out of
Yeah.
the sand?
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Out of the slowed condition.
So he's going to kind of just back away 10 feet from the edge of the pit.
Okay.
So probably
We
right
put
there.
those drakes next to each other.
Yeah.
Great.
Essentially, he's trying to bait them a little bit. Let's not call it 10 feet. Let's call it 30 feet. He's just going to go as far as he can.
Okay.
So,
So about 20 feet.
yeah.
It's 10 foot of movement for that jump.
Yeah. Well, 25 because he has 35 feet now.
with the
the
new armor.
infiltrator.
Love that.
So good.
Love that for you.
Wait, so you get the same amount of movement as me just because you got nice armor?
Yeah.
What?
Air conditioning, too.
You worked hard for that speed. Are you going to take
Guys?
that?
No, I'm not. I'm gonna, you know what? Teacher, he's cheating.
Allowed.
Okay.
Sustained.
It's fine because I'll roll really bad.
Teacher's
anyways.
pet. Got it.
So you're out, so you could...
But that was my action. And I don't have...
so you cast jump.
Yeah, I don't have bonus action. So
Fabulous.
that was my turn.
All right. Well, it is their turn, and they're going to see if they can recharge their breath weapons. One of them does.
Crap.
You see both of them burrow into the ground, and you lose sight of them.
Nice.
As Jolly, I need another strength saving throw. As
course.
underneath you, the sand and dirt begins coalescing.
17.
Pass.
Nice.
I will permit you to move 10 more feet to get out of
Right.
the swallow. As bursting from underneath you is the ambush drake, inhaling 10s, 20, 30, 50 pounds of dirt into its gullet below. And bursting in front of Alon and Wolfgang is the other drake, its teeth bared, going for Alon.
Another 10 feet away, or is it?
It's
5
jumping
feet.
from the ground. It has a
Okay.
burrow speed of 50. So
Whoa.
it is
Nice. Yeah, it is.
13 plus 4, 17 to hit.
Yeah.
Alrighty. You take 11 points of piercing damage as this thing bites into you. And then it will take a claw attack. 18 on the die. Take another 4 points of slashing damage as it bites in and begins clawing at your arms and back.
Brutal.
Fabulous. That is their turn. Wolfgang.
So it's my turn. I'm going to take 2 attacks. But first, for my bonus action, is he within 5 feet? Or is it closer to like 10? What do you say?
We'll call it 10 feet.
Okay, cool. So first, he's doing that, but he casts Hunter's Mark. And what he does is he kind of pulls back his sleeve, bites his thumb, and then draws almost an arrow, pointing at the creature. And then he uses that same hand to grab the arrow, notches it, and fires twice.
Okay. The blood kind of vanishes
Yeah.
as you draw the arrow back.
Love it. Love it.
Go ahead and attack twice.
Okay. Oh, 23 on both.
Both
So then... Okay. Okay, that is... So since both hit... Ooh, that's 23 damage total.
Woof. This first Drake is immediately on death's door as 2 arrows punch into its side, right? It's gnashing at Elon, snapping and clawing. There's some acid in its mouth as it's biting into Elon, and you punch it hard. 2 very close, we'll call it about a canine's breadth apart. Arrow wounds into its side. And you get a little hungry. Elon, your turn.
Okay, I don't remember which one I cast Hunter's Mark on. So, or not Hunter's Mark, Hexblade Curse. Yeah. So should we just assume that it's the one in front of me?
Sure, it can be that one.
All right. Okay. I'll go ahead and I'm gonna get out the scimitar, and as I'm whipping it out, ready to attack, it transforms into this crystal trident, and I'm going to stab at the Drake with it.
Beautiful.
With a 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. And as I go to pierce it, I feel an extra burst of energy, and I send I send it into the trident as it lights up and flares.
Sick.
So that is 9 plus, let's see, that is 16 damage.
You absolutely eviscerate this thing as you stab up under its mouth into the base of the neck. This radiant light erupts out of its eyes, nose, and mouth in just a burst of sunlight and wind. There is an air about this strike as you punch through this Drake's face.
Nice.
Jolly.
So Jolly is going to, he's going to just try out his new armor. He's going to adjust some unseen dials kind of within the plates of his armor, and then hit down a side of the armor, which actually hides a button, and it goes, and then the gauntlet kind of peels back a little bit, revealing the node. A gem that is connected to the new generator, and he will fire lightning that will wrap around the Drake, hopefully, if it hits. Which I don't know if it will. 15?
That hits.
So it hits. So interestingly enough, this says that it does 1d6 lightning damage on a hit. Then once on each of your turns, when you hit a creature with it, you can deal an extra 1d6 lightning damage to that target. So, does that just mean extra 1d6, or
It sounds like it's the Witch Bolt. Am I wrong?
It I don't know, actually. In any case, two points of lightning damage first. And then if I can do another d6, then...
Go ahead. Till we know better.
4, so 6 total.
Okay. This one gets electrocuted and you hear it just... and it is hurt.
Can I jump onto something?
You may jump directly in the air and land back down.
Cool.
There's not anything around you. This is the epicenter of the explosion.
Gotcha. Can I take a 10-foot running jump and then jump like 15 feet farther away? So I was here.
Sure, I would allow that.
1, 2, 3. Then walk like 5 feet back more. I think I still have 5 more feet, but whatever. And then if allowed, could I sort of prep a reaction if the thing is going to swallow me again? Like if I see that, can I choose to fail and by doing so throw the poop potion in the mouth?
Interesting. Yes,
Cool.
I would allow that.
I got it. So
On the
I might-
top
love
of
it.
their turn,
It's awesome.
2 individuals come sprinting up through town square.
What direction would that be?
Coming from this side.
So like at Jolly.
basically.
Okay.
It's a much bigger dragon than what we're fighting.
Yeah.
Fortunately.
It's cool.
As tearing up the main street of Hurtenberg behind you all is 2 individuals. One is a orcish individual in gray-black robes and a heavy 2-handed mace. The other is another individual in sand-based attire, a covering across their face. There are some tassels flying behind them, a falcon flying above them, and following them are 2 more ambush drakes. As they yell to you, "Halt!"
Who are you? We don't answer to strangers.
And we do not answer to strangers who kill our beasts.
Your beasts attacked us.
Yes, these beasts were quite a burden to us.
These are not beasts of burden.
Well, to us, they very much were.
No.
Meow.
Wolfgang, it is your turn.
So at this point, I've got like my next arrow knocked, and I'm like, we will stand down if you can promise us that you will stand down, because we had a good night's sleep. We're ready to go.
The person with the falcon overhead does a little sharp whistle with their mouth, and you see the drake kind of hunker down into the sand a little bit.
Okay, I like this. I like, the energy, meaning there isn't any, and that we can calm down and not fight. Elon, Jolly, let's hear them out.
Elon, your turn.
Okay, I guess I'm going to hold my action. What's this other Drake doing?
It's hunkering down. It kind of looks like it's ready to pounce, but also like it's being reserved.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to hold my action for anything to attack me or my companions. And if that happens, then I'm going to run at the nearest enemy and attack with my trident.
Okay.
And then can I say some stuff?
Yeah, please.
Okay. We don't want to engage you, and you don't want to engage us. If we're trespassing, we'll leave.
You've killed our creatures.
We acted in in self-defense and self-preservation, as I'm sure that you could understand.
Also, it was just one.
Yes,
The other one is fine.
The other one is minorly damaged. It's fine. In fact, I can even help you heal it. I can. We have some bandages. We apologize once again.
Persuasion.
But
If you will.
truthfully speaking, we thought that
Wolfgang.
these were the people that we thought these were the cause of the destruction in this town. And then when they jumped out at us, we assumed that was true. Okay, persuasion.
Having watched you for the last couple of days, I do not believe that you believe that these are the source of this calamity.
I turned to Wolfgang and I'm like, more people watching us?
I'm
Why
sorry,
were
apparently
you watching us?
Apparently, I'm bad at watching people. Watching out. I'm sorry. So much for me staying up late at night. It does nothing. And then I'm like, yes, so we weren't sure that these creatures were the cause, but we knew this was the epicenter from what we saw. So we assumed, A plus B equals monsters that caused it,
This time the big orcish fellow will just kind of take his maul and just plop it on the ground. You see that it has intricate runic letters on the sides of this maul. Some sort of either arcane or religious inscriptions. And he says, "These are the sons of the Rakir. We lay claim to this area."
Oh, by the way, I got an 18. Did I tell you that? On my persuasion? Okay. The Rakir, and do I know them? Am I familiar? Any? No.
What about any of us?
You're not familiar with Tirash as a whole, so.
Okay. So, Mr. Rakir, we are so sorry that we did not know. We were told to come to this town by a couple people, honestly, and they kept one wanted us to set up a crazy tower, which we refused, and the other one wanted us to check out a sickness of sorts, a lethargy that is invading this part of the world.
The big guy will kind of chuckle to himself. You too seek to understand this lethargy.
Yes, we would already be gone if we did not want that answer.
Do you have anything that you could offer us?
I am pretty good at making drinks.
And he can also beat people up. Don't let him undersell himself.
The smaller individual will say, "It is not drinks or sustenance that we request. It is information about the lethargy."
We'd be happy to exchange.
Do you know anything of a man named Don Talaab?
The big guy spits on the ground.
Ah, yes.
We'll be friends.
Let us break bread.
And that's where we'll end today's episode of the Pact Boon. Spit shared in disgust of Sheriff Don.
Spit shared, hearts warmed.
Absolutely. Another t-shirt available for purchase.
Wow, so
Gang,
many
Pact
t-shirts.
Boon. Actual play. Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition podcast and show.
Wow.
Check us out. Share it everywhere.
Are you sharing spit? Is that what's going
That's
on?
exactly what's happening right now. Shout out to Monument Studios. Get their Fantasy Plus bundle with Better DM for the code. Roll and Play Press. Use code Pact and Boon 10 to support the show. Painting phantasms. Buy these gnarly ambush drakes. Custom made.
Oh, sorry.
They're beautiful.
Yeah, they're gorgeous.
Or Ciril, or any of
Or
us.
Ciril, or all of our characters. You can be us. Wolfgang is still under construction, so don't.
He's gonna be
You,
sick. though.
don't buy that guy. That's just a stand-in. But he's freaking sick. Okay. We got a bunch of other minis coming out very shortly. Check out How to Be a Better DM podcast. Check out our Instagram. Check out, where else are we? YouTube. Share it with everybody. Okay. We want to keep doing this. We want to be seen. Validate us. But also, we're just having a good time. So we're going to keep doing it anyway. Thanks for tuning in, gang.